Hello everyone and welcome to 242 Math. My name is Raphael Thompson and I'm here with my daughter Rafaela Thompson today, and we'll be looking at some topics in algebra. We know it's a hard thing for students to understand, so we hope this will help you and will help the students to try to understand the topic a little better. First of all, we'll be looking at perimeter and area. We have a problem set up for you. There's a tabletop that measures 2 meters by y meters, and Rafaela will read the problem below it. Go ahead, Rafaela.
The diagram shows a tabletop. Simplify an expression for the perimeter and the area.
Okay, what's the perimeter of a rectangle, Rafaela?
Add all
Formula?
the sides.
You add all of the sides. So show me the sides you'll be adding and call and name them.
2 plus 2 plus y plus y.
Okay, and they're meters. Okay, work perimeter for me first. Please say what you're doing.
P equals
Perimeter is equal to.
2 plus 2.
Where you got those from?
The two sides plus y from the top and the bottom.
Equal, continue. Now what are you going to do?
Add the letters
And add the,
and add the numbers.
circle the numbers, circle the numbers. Underline the letters. Now you're going to have to remember to underline the sign along with the letter and the sign along with the number. So that should be +2, right? Look at the number at the front. Is that a positive number or a negative number?
Positive.
So it's positive 2 and a positive 2. So you're adding 2 plus 2. What's 2 plus 2?
4.
And what's y plus y?
2y.
Write the answer. It's plus 2y. Okay, we can turn that around and say 2y plus 4 is the same thing. Once everything is positive, then that's okay. You can also write it as 2y plus 4. Put it in bracket because we have to put what it is. We're doing the perimeter. And what's the measurement? You're going to put it at the back. Okay, so the answer for that one, you're writing an expression and you get 2y plus 4 meters. Now, before we go on, I want you to look at that expression and identify some things for me. First of all, you have 2y. 2y, it has a letter and a number. What do you call the letter?
The variable.
Write that for me at the back, variable. And then you have the 2. What do you call the 2?
The coefficient.
Write that for me as well. And then there's the positive 4 at the back by itself. What do you call that?
The constant.
Write that. So from time to time, we'll be looking at these 3 terms, variable, coefficient, constant, and we'll come back to it later on. Now let's continue. So we started with algebra. Now we're going to go to integers, because if you don't know how to deal with numbers, then you definitely can't deal with letters. So first we'll look at integers, and we're going to simplify using the number line given. Rafaela, read what I have there at the bottom.
2 plus 3.
Is that a positive 2 or negative 2?
Positive 2.
So if you don't put the plus sign with the number at the front, usually at the front, then it is a positive number. So put a plus in front of the 2 to make sure students understand what we're doing. Now, go to the number line and tell me where you're going to start to work this problem.
Start at 0.
Always begin at 0. Where do you go?
2 steps to the right.
Why?
Because 2 is a positive number.
Right.
1, 2. Then go 3 more steps to the right.
Why?
Because 3 is a positive number. 1, 2, 3. Then 2 plus 3 is 5.
Write the answer. Is that a positive 5 or negative 5?
Positive 5.
And you don't have to put the positive sign. It's considered positive 5, so you just write 5. That's correct. Okay, now we have another one to work. Rafaela, read it.
5 minus 2.
Okay, is the 5 positive or negative?
Positive.
Positive 5. You don't have to put the sign in front of it to show it's a positive number. So it's positive 5 and it's a negative 2. 5 minus 2. 5 take away 2. Go to the number line. Let's work it.
Start at 0, then go 5 steps to the right.
Why are you going to the right?
Because 5 is a positive number.
Count.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then go 2 steps to the left. Because negative 2 is a negative number. 1, 2. And 5 minus 2 is 3.
That's correct. Okay, so 5 take away 2 is simply 3. And let's just go back a bit. What are integers, Raphael, before we should have started with it? What are integers?
Integers are positive numbers, negative numbers, and 0.
Okay, so negative numbers and positive numbers and 0. Do the numbers get smaller as you go to the left or
Yes.
larger? They get,
Smaller.
and they get larger as you go to the right. So positive to the right and negative numbers to the left, always beginning at 0 if you're working these on the number line. Good. Okay, Raphael, let's continue. Read what you have.
Negative 3 plus 7.
Okay, go to the number line. Let's see what you're going to do.
Start at 0, then go 3 steps to the left because negative 3 is a negative number. 1, 2, 3, and go 7 steps to the right because 7 is a positive number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Negative 3 plus 7 is 4.
Positive 4 and negative 4.
Positive 4.
Positive 4. Very good. Okay, read what you have, Raphael.
Negative 2 minus 1.
Go to the number line.
Start at 0, then go 2 steps to the left. 1, 2, because 2 is a negative number. Then go 1 more step to the left because 1 is a negative number. Negative 2 minus 1 is negative 3.
Very good. Okay, finally, let's do this last one on the number line. Read it.
1 minus 5.
Work it.
Start at 0, then go 1 step to the right because 1 is a positive number. Then go 5 steps to the left because 5 is a negative number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 minus 1. 1 minus 5 is negative 4.
Very good. Okay, now we're going to move to some expressions and read what I have, Raphael.
2a plus 3a.
And we are going to add those to, now we are adding a's. What is the variable? Looking at those.
A.
A will be the variable. So write A there. What are the coefficients?
2 and 3.
So put 2 comma 3. 2 comma 3. So the coefficients are what we're going to have to look at to work this out. Go to the number line. Show me what you're going to do with the coefficients.
Start at 0, then go 2 steps to the right. 1, 2, then go 3 more steps to the right. 1, 2, 3, and 2a plus 3a is 5a.
Very good. But you have to remember, once you add the integers, when you write your answer, whatever the variable is, you have to put it at the back of that answer. So she got 5 on the number line, but you must remember to put 5a and not 5, because 5 by itself would be incorrect. You're adding a's, so the answer must be in a's as well. So it's 5a. Very good. Okay, let's continue. Read it.
5x minus 2x.
Write the variable. What's the variable?
X.
What do you look for to find the variable? What's the variable? Is it a letter or a number?
The letter.
Okay, and what are the coefficients?
5 and 2.
And what are you going to use on the number line? The coefficients. So go on the number line, let's work it.
Start at 0, then go 5 steps to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then go 2 steps to the left. 1, 2. 5x minus 2x is 3x.
Very good. Okay, read this one, Raphael.
Negative 2y minus y.
What is the variable?
Y.
What are the coefficients?
Negative 2 and negative 1.
So if you don't see a 1, if you see negative y, it means negative 1y. You don't have to put the 1 for any of the variables. You just put the variable by itself and it means 1. So the coefficients negative 2 and negative 1. Go to the number line. Let's work it using the coefficients.
Start at 0, then go 2 steps to the left. 1, 2, and go 1 more step to the left. 1. Negative 2y minus y is negative 3y.
Very good. So looking at the answer, negative 3y, what's the variable?
Y.
What's the coefficient in negative 3y?
Negative 3.
Negative 3. Very good. Okay, final one, Raphael. Read it.
Negative 3x plus 7x.
Work it on the number line.
Start at 0, then go 3 steps to the left. 1, 2, 3, and go 7 steps to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Minus 3x plus 7x is 4x.
Very good. Okay, Raphael, let's see what you've learned. We will be adding these without the number line. So let's see if you remember what to do. Read it.
3y plus 6y.
Write the coefficients for me before you go any further on the line at the bottom. And they're all positive numbers. Okay, so work it for me. 3y plus 6y.
9y.
Very good. Okay, Raphael, read it.
7a minus 5a.
Work it. So it's straightforward. 7 take away 5 is 2. And the answer is 2a. Very good. Okay, read it, Raphael.
X minus 5x. Negative 6x.
That one is not correct. You know, if it was negative x and negative 6x plus negative 6x, negative 5x, that would be negative 6x. Put a line to that answer. Under it, you need to write the right answer. So, is that positive 1 you're dealing with, or negative 1 at the front of the x?
Positive.
So it's 1 and it's plus positive 1 and it's a negative 5. Put the 1 in front of the x to make sure. Put a positive in front of it. Right, so you have plus 1 minus 5. Now, do you add? Do you add 5 and 1?
Yes.
No, you can't add 5 and 1. 1 is plus 1 and that's negative 5. If that's plus 1 plus 5, you add it. If it's negative 1 and negative 5, then you can add. But if you have two different signs, circle the plus at the front of the 1, circle the plus at the front of the 1, circle the minus in front of the 5. Two different signs. If you are positive and negative and you're adding, then you have to subtract. And which number is larger, 1 or 5?
5.
So you have to put the sign in front of the larger number. So put under the line, you put negative, put a negative sign. You know it's going to be negative. You look at the signs first, and then you take away. 5 take away 1?
4x.
So it's negative 4x. Okay? Okay, read it, Raphael.
Negative 3x minus 2x.
What are your coefficients?
Negative 3 and negative 2.
Circle the negative 3 and circle the negative 2. Okay, now see if you can figure out the answer. That's not right. You're not multiplying. So you're adding, and you're adding two negative numbers. You did the right thing to add. If you have negative and negative, you can add. If you have positive and positive, you can add. So you have to add the numbers. But if you have negative, if I owe $3 and you owe $2, how much do you owe? You owe $3 and you owe $2.
You owe $5.
You owe $5. So O means you put negative. So you have to put a negative symbol in front of that 5. You're adding the negatives. And remember, if you go -3, you go 3 to the left, and then you go 2 more to the left. So you're still in negative territory. So it has to be negative as well. Okay? Okay, Raphael, read it.
2y minus 7y.
What are the coefficients?
2 and negative 7.
So put is the 2 positive or negative to the front?
Positive.
Put a positive sign in front of that to make sure you understand. Circle that, +2, +2, and circle the -7. Write an answer for me. Very good. Okay, how did you get the answer?
You have 7 and you owe 2.
You don't have 7. You owe 7 and you have 2. So you can pay back, but you still would owe. And what's the other way I told you how to do it? If you have positive and a negative, what do you have to do?
Look at the larger number.
Right? The larger number has a positive or negative symbol in front of it.
A negative symbol.
It has a negative sign, so you put minus right away, and then what do?
Subtract.
Subtract. 7 take away 2 is 5. So just look at them. Once you see a positive and a negative, or negative and a positive, once it's differing signs, and you're adding, you have to subtract the 2 and put the sign in front of the larger number. Okay, final problem. Read it. Let's see if you get this correct.
-4x plus 9x.
Go ahead. Circle -4, circle +9. Is the sign going to be positive or negative?
Positive.
So you don't have to put anything. Then what do?
Subtract.
Go ahead. Very good. So right away you know it has to be a positive because it's +9. And then you take away 4, so you get 5x. Okay, Raphael, now we moved on. So you're going to have to simplify these expressions, you collect like terms, and then put your answer. Okay, go ahead. Tell me what you're going to do first.
You circle the like numbers.
Circle the y's. They're not numbers, they're expressions. Circle the y's. And then underline the numbers with the sign. Go ahead, say what you're doing and do the second step.
2y.
Oh, you know, for the second step, put right for me the y's. Put the y's at the front. So write 2y plus 2y, and then write the numbers +3 plus 5. You don't have to do all of that, but I just wanted them to see what we're doing. Putting the y's together, putting the numbers together. What's 2y plus 2y?
4y.
And what's 3 plus 5?
8.
And it's a +8. Okay, from the answer, what are the coefficients?
4.
Yeah, from the answer, the coefficient is 4. And the constant, there will be one constant.
+8.
The 8, okay. So that's just looking at the coefficient from 4y plus 8 would be 4. I have coefficients, but that was dealing with the expression at the top. So at the top, 2y plus 3 plus 2y plus 5, the coefficients were 2, +2 and +2. If you're looking at the constants at the top, the constant would be +3, +8. So those were the answers we were looking for at the beginning. Okay, so your answer is 4y plus 8. Let's move on. Okay, Raphael, let's continue. Read what I have.
5y plus 6 minus 2y minus 5.
Work it.
Circle all the y's. And underline all the numbers. The sign.
Work it, then put the answer. Don't put the next step. Just work it. Okay, write it. Put 5y. Write it. 5y. And put the next y with it.
5y minus 2y plus 6 minus 5.
Work it.
5y minus 2y is 3y plus 6 minus 5. Plus 11.
Wrong answer. Okay, take a... Scotch it off, right? Try it again. Equal. Scotch out the whole thing, yeah. Put equal. Work it again.
3y.
How are you going to work it? I need to hear you say. What are you doing? What sign would it have first? Look at the plus, look at the minus, look at the numbers, and tell me what would it be, a positive or a negative right away before you even look at the numbers?
Positive.
Why?
Because 6 is the biggest,
Is the larger number. So put plus, 3y plus. Now what are you going to do? Add or subtract?
Subtract.
You always subtract. If you have two opposite signs, you subtract, and you're adding them, you subtract. 6 take away 5?
1.
1. Put the 1. 3y plus 1. So don't get confused. Just look. If you run into a problem, it's 6 take away 5. If you run into a problem, look at the numbers. The 6 is your plus and minus, so you know you have to subtract. 6 is bigger than 5, so you got to be plus, and then you subtract, you get 1. Okay, let's continue. Read it.
Negative 2y plus 3 minus 3y minus 5.
Work it. Put the second step, put equal, and put your like terms together.
Circle the y's and underline the numbers. Negative 2y minus 3y plus 3 minus 5.
Excellent. Work it.
Negative 2y minus 3y is negative 5y.
Good. Read what you have. Read it, read it, read it.
Plus 3 minus 5.
Why you put a negative?
Because 5 is the larger number.
And you have to
Subtract
and put the answer.
2.
Very good. Okay, Raphael, read it.
2y minus 3 minus 8y minus 5.
Work it.
Circle the y's and underline the numbers. 2y minus 8y minus 3 minus 5. 2y minus 8y is negative 6y minus 2.
The minus 2 is wrong, so scratch it up. The minus 2 is wrong. You actually subtracted at the back. You can't subtract when you have minus and minus. So put the negative 6y. Negative 6y is correct. Negative 3 and negative 5. What do you do with them? What do you do?
Add
Add. So and it will still be,
minus
it'll still be negative, yeah. So right, minus
8.
8. Okay. So don't get confused. At the front, you pause, but at the front it says 2y, that's plus 2. positive 2, you can put the positive sign in front of the 2 to make sure you know what you're doing. So you have to subtract. 8 take away 2 is 6, and it's negative 8 is larger than the 2, so you put negative sign at the front. The first thing you look at is to see what sign you're going to, if you see negative and positive, or positive and negative, you know you have to subtract. But if you see positive, positive, you add. Negative, negative, you add. So just remember. Okay, final one. You work this on your own. Go ahead.
Circle the y. And underline the numbers. Negative 1y plus 5y minus 3 plus 8. Negative 1y plus 5y negative 4y
Let's go, working.
plus 5.
It's wrong. The front part is wrong. Okay, look at the front.
Positive 4y.
Positive 4y. Why?
Because the larger number
Is a 5. Okay, so put a plus sign on it. Or write it again. Put 4y plus 5 equals 4y plus 5. Okay. Okay, Raphael, let's go back to the original problem where we had a tabletop that measures 2 meters by y meters. But P is equal to, let's work the perimeter again quickly. P is equal to
2 plus 2 plus y plus y.
And to the back of that, to the back of it, put equal. To the back of it, equal. And add your numbers. 2 plus 2.
2 plus 2 is 4.
And y plus y.
Plus 2y.
Put that in brackets and put meters. That's the perimeter. We already worked that at the front. Now we're going to do the area. So put area is equal to, what's the formula for the area of a rectangle?
Length times width.
Okay. The length would be the y. So 2 times
2 times y.
Equal
2y.
2y, right. So 2 times y is 2. Just put 2y. And put what units you're going to use for area.
Meters squared.
Very good. Okay, now we're going to get into multiplying algebraic expressions. We'll get into that next. But first, get the calculator for me, Rafaela. Let's show you how easy it is to work with integers using a calculator. Okay, and let's say, bring it up closer for me, Rafaela. Right. We have negative 1, punch in negative 1, plus 5. Answer?
4.
Positive 4. So all you do is put the numbers in with the signs and the calculator will work it out for you. Take it off to negative 6 plus, just put negative 6, don't put the plus, negative 6 and negative 6 equal?
Negative 12.
Negative 12. So you can use the calculator and then you can work them out. Just put in the sign with the number and it'll give you the answer right away. So those of you, if you're doing an exam, you can use a calculator. Don't worry about trying to figure it out. Put them in the calculator and you'd have your answer just like that. Go.
Thank you for watching this video all the way to the end. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Share this video with family and friends. God bless you, and we'll see you in the next one.
It's a wrap.